Hello there! Today I would like to take a look at my latest twisty puzzle creation. This time this is the 5x5x6. This was made similar to how a 5x5x7 is made, however I had to take a few extra steps in order to hide the middle layer to make this fully functional 5x5x6. First of all, I guess I'll just show off the sticker shades which I have on this puzzle in a checkerboard pattern. And these have not standard shades, but a little bit brighter shades. I get these cut by Chewy Stickers, as with all of my puzzles. And as you can see from that checkerboard, you could probably tell that the puzzle does turn pretty well. But before we get into turning, just a couple quick size comparisons. Just due to the nature of the extrusions, or I should say the extensions of this puzzle, it does end up being quite big. Here to the right is a standard 5x5. This, I believe, is a Moyu Wei Chuang. And here's just a standard 3x3 Gogon Yu Xiao. And as you can see, it is considerably bigger than these two puzzles. Top view down. And in fact, I do have here a 3x5x7, which is made from the same 7x7 inner puzzle. So here's that. You can see the 3x5x7 is only slightly bigger in one dimension. In all other dimensions, it is smaller, considerably so. And I don't have a 5x5x7 to compare to, but it is quite a bit bigger than that too. And I will get into the mechanism a little bit later, but the reason being is because I had to hide away this middle layer, which would normally be here, by extending each layer subsequent to that half a layer down. But in order to do that, I had to make clearance for the layer that was previous to it, and I'll get into that a little bit later. But first of all, turning. So this puzzle does turn pretty well. It's incredibly fast, and actually right now, sorry, airplane passing overhead, I am doing this outside. Just wait for that to go away. Okay, now as I was saying, it is a very fast puzzle, and the tensions, considering that I'm probably going to be selling this puzzle, I have the tension set pretty tight, seeing that most people who order these types of puzzles are not speed cubers. But this puzzle can easily be speed cubed. Each layer turns very well. The only layer that can get caught up a little bit is this middle layer. Right now it's doing extremely well, but sometimes it does get slightly caught. It feels a little bit more grindy compared to the other layers. The top and bottom layers are extremely smooth. As well as all of those layers. Excuse me. Now, as for corner cutting, this puzzle does corner cut pretty well as well. You can corner cut about 2 cubies in this direction. Middle layer is not quite as much, only 1 cubie. 1 cubie. Inner layer also 1 cubie, but it can do that pretty consistently. If you have it misaligned, it'll just cut right through that. These sides, same deal, about 2 cubies, maybe a little bit less. And as for reverse, there isn't really any reverse, although it does have some tolerance, so it will cut through certain amounts. Top layer, top and bottom layers, just about 2 cubies as well, a little bit under. I'd say probably 1.5 cubies. Pretty consistently, yes. Corner cutting, reverse corner cutting, pretty much the same deal here. So yeah, it is a puzzle that flows really well. It can handle some misalignments pretty well, and it makes for a good solving experience. Now, as for how I made this puzzle, I won't get too much into it. except in all honesty, the mechanism wasn't that difficult to figure out. It's just some pretty basic geometry problems in clearing that middle layer that's hidden. And I don't really want to take this puzzle apart because it is a little bit difficult to put back together, but let's see if I can see it. On the inside, you can possibly see the middle layer in there. And in fact, if I corner cut here, you can see that sort of that piece that sticks out. That little half square there, I'm trying to look at my camera, which is showing me my GoPro feed. I don't know if it's possible to see. But each layer, so these two layers, are actually extended half cubey down. So the cubey that this is attached to is actually halfway in this layer. And this layer right here is clearing that cubey, which is why that all of the layers have to be extended quite a bit, because not only am I having to extend to clear the middle layer, but since I'm gluing a full extension piece onto the layer above, I have to clear that subsequent layer all the way up until this corner piece. And here it can probably better be seen. See how that cubey, this piece is actually attached up here. And this corner is going to have to clear that piece. And this piece has to clear this piece, this piece has to clear the middle piece, and so on. And that's what makes creating these even by odd, or odd by even puzzles quite difficult, because you have to essentially make a hideaway, a middle layer, or create a middle layer from two outer layers if you're going if you're making a 6x6x7 from 6x6x8 and so forth. But I have managed to do that, and in order to make this puzzle a little bit more compact, I actually cut off all the internal edges and corners. And I'm not going to take it apart, but I do have pictures of that are posted to both my Etsy page and my Facebook page, so if you want to check that out, you can go ahead and do so. But I guess, just to finish this video up, I'm just going to scramble the puzzle just to show everything. Oh, and yeah, I should probably show this. It doesn't shapeshift, it's a 5x5x6, odd by even, so this can't happen. Which is good, that's exactly how it should be. This isn't an iCube, this is a regular standard, fully functional 5x5x6. And to finish this off, I will just do a quick scramble. I would solve it, however, I don't know how to solve the floppy parity, I guess, that can happen when pairing up edges together, because you can't do the Red Bull algorithm on this since it is a non-shapeshifter. But I will scramble it, I'll solve it probably most of the way, and then take it apart and resolve it before I send it off to whoever buys it. So yeah, I will just do a quick scramble. It's just like scrambling a 5x5x7, except you don't shapeshift it, I guess. Yes, obviously. I'd say that's pretty decent. And I guess just before I end this, I should probably show off a few cuboid algorithms just to show how this puzzle flows. Whoops. Probably messed that up. That's okay since it's already scrambled. And then this one. Yeah, the biggest issue with this puzzle is probably the size. It is quite big, but that's just due to how the mechanism works, and I have generally pretty small hands, and I don't really have that much trouble solving this. If I didn't have the camera in front of me right now, I could probably go considerably faster. But it turns well, it's fully functional, and that is it. That is my fully functional 5x5x6, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.